I'm reaching for what I believe in, and I must never stop rising, rising, rising. Never stop rising.
Yeah, bro. Oh man, fear is a mad one. In my opinion, fear is the biggest dream killer. In fact, it kills people before they did.
Fear is the biggest dream killer.
Bro, what should we? Bro, you can either work, you can either use it as a slave, or it can become your master. If you have it, you either enslave it or it becomes your master. You use it as, I have to keep going, I have to keep working, so it can be a motivator. But if you let it take over you, you're done.
So you're done. What you said about that, the slave and master thing, right? Yeah. So after Compromise came out last year, my follow-up single to Money Anything, which he produced, by the way.
Boy, yes.
Brilliant flipping producer. He's just an all-round, amazing, talented, superhuman dude.
It's easy with a good brother, but we'll talk. The stories behind that is mad.
It's just compliment battles.
Compliment.
What I'm saying, after Compromise, like, I think I told you this, I don't know if I told you this actually. I was going through a really, I was going through a low place, and for a long time, fam, I had this feeling of fear that just wouldn't leave me. You know, it just wouldn't. I'll be scared for no reason. I'll be scared to touch Mike. I'll be scared to leave my house. Like, it's just weird. It was just a strong fear, you know. But like you said about the slaving and the mastering thing of it, like either you're gonna, you know, let that thing conquer you, or you're just gonna ignore it. What somebody said something to me. You learn to champion those things. You learn like they don't affect you. So it's like you still feel those things now. Prime thing like what I was saying before. I still think like, what are the bloody hell am I doing? This music thing, like what am I going? But it doesn't control me, you know. But fear is just a mad one, man. But yeah, the original question, like. Fear, there's so much stuff to get lost in. Whereas if it bangs, oh wow, it bangs. You know what I mean? I'd rather just concentrate on that because there's just so much. What's that? Is it Murphy's Law or whatever? Like everything that can go wrong kind of thing. And I'd rather not concentrate on that, man.
But you know, that's a good way. I think that's where the balance comes out. But when I'm going nuts and trying to flying kick people.
He says that though, but I'll be throwing my toys out on some stupid stuff.
Oh man.
Some stupid stuff.
The life of an artist, isn't it? The life of an artist. The life of an artist.
People.
Yeah. But one thing I really want to ask you is this, like loads of people, like there are people that say they want to start something, but they don't even know where to start, or they're being too afraid to start, or they procrastinate, or all sorts of madness. Like, what tips would you give? Like, what advice would you give someone?
Write it down, man. Write it down. Write it. So you had another. I don't really like him, but you had this guy. Feed him.
Oh my days.
Feed him.
Oh yeah, shout out Feed him, man. Shout out Feed him,
bro. There,
yo, day, bro. Yo, day.
He really showed me how to like plan. Like when we're talking about marketing, release plan. You know, he schooled us both on that. You know, when I had that, it's like I know exactly what I'm doing, what day I'm doing. So you break up the work because if it's Aji and Elephant, bit by bit. Yeah. So you got to break it up. But if you got so many ideas flowing in you, like he just said I'm an optimist. I don't agree I'm an optimist, but I'll tell you now, if you're just gonna let them float in your mind, you're never gonna become someone. You're never gonna go nowhere with those things. Those things are gonna die with you. I've got Die Empty tattooed on my chest. You see this because you're a great fan of my tattoos. You love this. He encourages me every day. Like, Paul, why didn't you get another one? Like, anyway.
It encourages me to get piercings. You can see, I got a big one on my back. I can't see
a hook one.
Right inside my muscles. Anyway,
I want to go to the grave with just my bones. I don't want no book. I don't want no song. I don't want no whatever design I could have done or anything. Like, I don't want any of that to go to the grave. You gotta let that. There's some thoughts in our head that we should never let see the light of day or the air, whatever. And then there's so many other things that need to be to be let out. So write down a plan. And just do the most with what you have available to you. I always used to think like I'll be good when I got this. I'll do this when I've done this, and part of that makes sense, and part of it's just absolute trash. This whole thing about I need money, so the song that he produced, Money Anything, that kind of changed that music for me. that is talking about like money isn't the only currency. Wisdom is a currency. Influence is a currency. Love is a currency. You know, there's so many different currencies that you have and that you're abundantly rich in. You've got a lot there, but you're just focusing on the pound or the yen or the rupee, whatever you're focusing on. But you've got so much stuff at your disposal already. So write a plan, break it up, and you make the most out of everything around you. Make the most, and then just throw yourself into it. Literally throw yourself into it. That whole deep end thing really works. For some people, I think for myself it works. You know what I'm saying? And for yourself, from what I witnessed,
for me,
deep end you thrive in.
To be honest, I see the slave master thing when I talk about the whole fear thing with you. Like the deep end thing works for you. Some people get taken out by it. A lot of people have been taken out by it. They started off okay, but they just couldn't keep that fear factor on the foot. While you somehow managed to keep it going regardless.
Well, God willing, but I'm not to speak of my own detriment, but anybody can fall off, man. Anybody can fall off. It's just, I don't feel like that those people. I hear what you're saying. You're describing it as you're seeing it, kind of thing. So there's nothing wrong or malicious in what you said, but I feel like an insight into that is just they've had enough. They've had enough, you know, because some of the stuff people say to you online is just mad.
Yeah, they go hard.
Absolutely mad. You think, what on earth?
They go hard.
Why are you tweeting me this for? Why are you DMing me this? Or you felt you could, you know, and it's just that one message sometimes that could just do you.
Mess up your whole day.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
But no, you're right though. No, different strokes with different folks.
Yeah, for real, man. For real. I mean, my bro, I really want to get into the mentality side of things with this because you do have to have a mind state to deal with this on a daily as well, especially when you make it your whole thing, not your side thing. It's not a side hustle, it's not a side hobby, it's not a side task. Yeah, exactly. It's the whole life. So you fully embrace the artistic side of you, man. You fully embrace that identity, which most people are even too afraid to do on a smaller scale. But it's like there's a mental state that goes with it. There's a mental way of thinking, looking at the world differently. You said one thing about making use of the little things, making use of everything. And the reason why there was a smile on my face because I've seen you work behind the scenes. I've seen little things become big things. I've seen the unorthodox way of... Long story short, nobody can convince me except this guy to climb into bins. Tell me why I'm climbing. It's freezing cold. It's freezing cold.
It's wet.
The people, oh my days, bro. The people in the pub are looking at me like I'm nuts. I walked in and was like, can I? And they were like, what? Why? They're probably checking me out as well. Bro, I'll tell you this though. I felt so fulfilled and I felt like I was actually doing what I felt like I achieved something because I was using my resourcefulness. It wasn't easy, but I was using it. Yeah, and then I learned that from this dude, man. Looking at things in a different way and making it work. Because long story short, people love that video. People love that until today. They don't know what I did to get to that extent. But I learned those tactics and those hustle movements from him. Which is why I really want to get deeper into this mentality sort of things. When you say make use of everything, every little thing, can you give an example so that people out there who rely too much on money or they look at, you know, MTV or big music videos and think, oh man, I can't achieve that. When really and truly you can if you use your mind, if you're willing to be resourceful, if you're willing to use your brain, but it's just a matter of switching it and seeing it differently. So the mentality side of things, like getting to that point and seeing things in a different way. Like, was it practice? Did you have to think, like really go into the thinking, throwing your thinking hat sort of thing? Or is it more like, nah, you know what? I know what's around me. Let me just choose what's around me. I think it's both what you said. So perception, understanding your surroundings, and the thinking cap. Because so it's like I want this. I don't have the money. That's why money is such a... My goodness, man! If you just look at your bank account, you're never gonna. Well, some of you might have it nice, you know. But for those of you that don't, which is most of us, you know. For now, anyway, You want something, you can't just think like, oh, I don't have the money for this. Okay, I want that. How else can I get that? You know, I don't have money for studio time. How else can I hustle up studio time? I don't have money for beats. How else can I
how else can I, hustle up, some beats, some producers,
For real.
think outside the box, so have a whole movement behind your project. Don't just think of it as one project. Think of it as a long haul kind of thing. So you're not just thinking about person. Sometimes people just like infrastructure.
Yeah.
Like a whole kind of set up to the empire that is your dream. Think about that. So okay, this person can do this. Sometimes you have people that's gonna sit in that spot for a minute, and then you have some people that's gonna dip straight away.
Yeah.
This dude. He's stuck in the infrastructure by force. He's not allowed to leave. But I was blessed though with good people, for clothes. So when I quit my job, I don't have money to spend like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm only making money off radio play, which isn't the most.
It's still
radio's money is dope,
Yeah,
but I'm saying like I'm not getting the most spins. I'm not trying to front on this channel. You know what I mean? Plays are still coming though.
Hey,
so,
plays are still coming, man.
But
Plays are still coming. Radio and playlist.
Performing as well.
Yeah.
That money very quickly goes back into the music. So like with clothes, I wanted some fly gear. I like to look nice. I like to have a little funny dunny style, kind of weird kind of stuff. And I'm looking at people that are doing stuff. There's a guy. My sponsor now, Cruise. Shout out to Cruise.
Cheese. Hashtag.
Wicked
all day.
garms, custom garms, everything. They make all my stuff.
In fact, you can find the details below this video.
Oh, man, okay. I take back every bad thing I said about him. He's not as bad as they say, y'all.
Like those kids were throwing stuff.
But yeah, I didn't have the money to be buying dope garms. I didn't even know how to do my own garms at that point at the same time. So, we spoke. There was a sharing of infrastructure on my side and on his side, and also another thing as well, actually, and this actually helps.